guys, welcome to Stacking the Shelves for the week preceding January 7th. I'm going to mess with my camera here a little bit. I did get, let me see, I forgot to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 books this week. Yeah, I think it was just this week. I'm trying to remember if it was the last 2 weeks, but I think it's just this week. Okay, so 3 of them were for review. 1 of them I bought, and then 1 I got from the library, excuse me. The first one for review is These Prisoning Hills by Christopher Rowe. This doesn't come out for a while. I got this through NetGalley. It comes out May 31st. This just looked really interesting to me. It is more of a novella in length, and it sounds like it's kind of about this AI named Athena that has taken over, I don't know if it's the world or just the US, and it has infected everything with these nano tech bot things. And it's about a woman who kind of lives in this world as, I believe, part of the military force. It sounds really interesting. It's a novella, and I'm always very into interesting novellas because they're just quicker to read. So looking forward to reading that. The second one I got for review is The Bone Orchard by Sarah A. Mueller. This I also got through NetGalley, and it does come out sooner. It comes out March 22nd. This just sounded really good. It's about a necromantic witch who is imprisoned. She's one of the last practicing necromancer witches. She's imprisoned. It sounds like maybe she's mistress to the emperor, but as he is dying, he basically gives her the power to choose the heir for the realm. Sounds interesting, like there might be some cool magic in there and some politics and all that, and maybe a little bit of a mystery. So I'm looking forward to that. Some of the preliminary reviews for that one from other reviewers are really good on Goodreads, so it looks like it should be good. The third one I got for review is Juniper and Thorn by Ava Reed. I didn't write down when this one comes out, but this is a gothic horror retelling of the Juniper Tree. I will try to put down below it when it releases. The Juniper Tree is a pretty dark, disturbing, and lesser known Grimm Brothers fairy tale. But this is set, the setting sounds very like almost Lovecraftian and maybe a little bit steampunky. So we'll see if that's what it is, but it sounds like there's kind of some madness involved, and of course the classic fairy tale of the Juniper Tree as well involves people doing some pretty crazy stuff. So and then the book I bought is The Complete Mouse by Art Spiegelman. I think that's how you say that. I've been wanting to read this for a while. It was kind of funny. I bought it, and when it showed up, my son was like, "Oh, that's really good. I've been reading, my school library has that, and I've read it a lot." And I was like, "Oh, okay. Thanks for letting me know." But this is what I know, it's kind of like a Holocaust story, but the mice are Jewish and the cats are the Nazis, I think. Anyways, it's supposed to be very well done. And again, as I said, it's one I wanted to read for a while. I ended up buying it because I got a Visa gift card for Christmas, and those are kind of weird to use. And so just because a lot of places won't take them and they have a fee on them and all this stuff. Anyways, so I was trying to find something that was the exact amount of gift card to buy so I could just buy it on Amazon. So that's kind of why I got this, but I also have been wanting to get for a while just to read. So excited to read that. And then the last book I got, I did borrow as an ebook from the library, and that is The Wonder Engine by T. Kingfisher. This is the second book in the Clocktar War duology. I did just finish The Clockwork Boys, which is the first book in that duology, and really, really loved it. It was highly entertaining. I am giving it 5 out of 5 stars. I think the review posts next week. And yeah, just really, really loved it. So very excited to read the second book in that duology and really enjoying Kingfisher as an author. I had been wanting to read Kingfisher for a while, and I read one book last year. Really enjoyed it, and very much looking forward to reading more this year. So Kingfisher's another name for Ursula Vernon, who strangely I know from the Dragon Breath series because it was like a little kid comic series that my son read some books in when he was younger, but I'm enjoying her novels a lot more. So that's what I got this week. As I said, I think there was 6 books. I'm not sure what else to update on. Things are going good. Back to work this week. It was fine. I'm really liking my new job. My son is getting ready to register for his sophomore year of high school, so that's exciting. Now I was just trying to like get back into the swing of things. January is by far my least favorite month. At least in Minnesota, it tends to be very cold and snowy, and there's not really a lot to look forward to besides like spring break, maybe, which is always weird because spring break's in March and it's always starting to get a little bit nicer here usually. And so sometimes you're like, oh, I don't really want to leave now that it's getting nicer. And I do have a little bit of a cold, which is why I sound a little bit off. But yeah, so I guess I could talk about, we are trying to plan a spring break trip. We have not been very successful in planning trips. I think I had mentioned we were going to go to Arizona between Christmas and New Year's, and there were some issues with the condo we were going to rent down there, and then we just decided to cancel the trip, which was good because I was getting like updates from the airline because it took a while for the cancellation to get processed, and it was a mess. Like the flight had gotten delayed by 5 hours, and then at the end of it all, they just canceled it. So I'm happy we didn't go through that. We would have been like at the airport for like, get there 2 hours early, sit there for like 7 hours, and then ended up coming home anyways. So we didn't do that, but we are trying to plan a trip down to Florida over spring break. We're actually not big Florida fans. I know like the thing in spring break, if you live in Minnesota, is to go down to Florida. We actually aren't big Florida fans. I've been down to Florida a lot because my grandparents live down there. But my parents are going down they take their camper down now for a couple months to the Keys. And we have been down to the Keys, but we haven't spent a lot of time there. So we're going to go stay at a resort at the Keys with them. And we're trying to decide now if we're going to get airfare or if we're going to drive it. Because my son has extra time up for spring break. They've added onto his spring break. And so we could drive it, and like that would just give us more control, and then we could stop and see some stuff. Like we've been wanting to go to the Indiana sand dunes and go to Mammoth Caves, and we were talking about like stopping by South Carolina and Charleston to see some of the beaches and all that, and some of the history stuff there. So that would be, something to do, but it is a lot of driving to do in a week and a half. And we could fly, but we're really worried that if we fly, we're going to be in this situation again where like the flight gets canceled and it takes us 2 or 3 days to actually get out of here. And I don't know. We're trying to decide. I might actually plan both trips because most of the stuff is refundable now, and like plan a driving trip and make reservations for that and plan the flying trip, and then we can decide which one to do when we get closer. I don't know. The problem is the airfare is like, if we want to fly, I need to book that like now because it's really, the plans are getting really full already. So yeah, all that being said, I guess that's that. I hope that you got a lot of great books to read this week and that you're having a good new year. I try to post videos every Wednesday and Saturday. I'm pretty good on Wednesday videos for the rest of January. I think I've got most of them scheduled. I don't know if that will continue. I had some trouble last year trying to keep up with doing 2 videos a week. It's quite a bit of work. And I am doing this new job, which so far has been busy, but not like overwhelming. It was kind of overwhelming the first couple weeks, but it's been okay right now. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. And again, hope you have a great week of reading ahead of you, and I will talk to you on Wednesday. Bye.